Good morning students, myself Deena Pujara from Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology. Today in Python lecture we will discuss about the data frame and how can we create the data frame using pandas in Python from the data dictionary and the list. First of all, we will understand what is the pandas data frame. Now data frame is nothing but we can say that the two-dimensional array, the two-dimensional data that is stored in the tabular form and that is labeled with the rows and the columns. Here in the figure you can see that this is the data that we have to arrange in the tabular form. So the columns is known as fields and the rows that is known as the records. So if we want to read the data from the Excel file, from the CSV file, then by using the data frame that we have to use that data so that we are doing the different operations into that. So we can say that the data frame is a two-dimensional data structures and that is generally stored in the forms of the rows and the columns. Now if we want to use the pandas, then what we have to do, first of all we have to install the pandas in Python by using the pip. So if we want to use the data frame in our programs, first of all we are installing the pandas in Python. So generally the data frame, we can say that it is a collection of the data, rows and the columns. So in this figure you can see that the name, team, number, positions and age, these are my columns. These are the data that I have to put in the tabular form, and these are the rows that represents the records. So we will understand by using the pandas how can we create the data frame in Python. So first of all, if we want to create the data frame in Python, here I am opening my IDLE. In the IDLE Python, we will understand how to do. So this is my IDLE cell. Here I am making the new file. Now save your program. First of all, here I am making the data frame. So give the data frame program .py. So here I am saving my programs. Okay. See, whenever you have to save your programs in Python, give the extension .py. So first of all, import the pandas modules. So for import, write down import. Here I am using the pandas module. So here I am writing import pandas. In Python, if we want to use that particular module but as a different word, we can give it like this: import pandas as pd. Means whenever we want to use the functions that is related with the pandas, so instead of pandas we can write the word pd. Now here I am making one list, that is lst equal to here I am making the list of the strings. Suppose here I am writing Shri Swaminarayan Institute So here what I will do, I will make the list. In that I am writing Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology. Now here we will understand now how to call the data frame, means how can we create the data frame that reading the data from the list. So here I am declaring the name of the data frame as df. So df equal to, here I want to use the pandas. So instead of pandas I can write down pd dot data frame. So I am writing pd dot data frame. Now I want to make the data frame from the list. So that's why here I am writing df equal to pd dot data frame list. So what do you mean by that? This is the list that containing the 5 strings. From the list I am creating the data frame, and that we have to store in the data frame name df. Now here we will print the data frame so that we will understand it. So print df. Now save your program. Now save your programs and click on the run modules. Here in the run module you can see that I am making the list Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology. So at the 0th index Shri, first Swaminarayan, 3 Institute, at the 4th of, and at the 5th technology. So here I am creating the data frame, and that data frame that read the contents from the list. Now we will understand that how to creating the data frame from the dictionary. You know that the difference between the list and the dictionary. Now to create the data frame from the dictionary, what we have to do, first of all we are initializing the dictionary. You know that in the list there is only values, but in the data dictionary there is a key and values. So here you can see that here I am declaring the import pandas as pd. That means in this I am using the pd as a pandas. Here I am initializing the data dictionary. Here the name of the data dictionary is data. Name is my key. Age is also my key. So here in name I am giving the 5 values: Tom, Nick, Chris and Jack. Now what is the age of Tom? Is 20. What is the age of Nick? 21. What is the age of Chris? 19. And what is the age of Jake? 18. So generally the output that will become like this. So if I want to make any files, CSV file or Excel file, if I want to store the data like this, so first of all what we are doing, we are store the data in the dictionary, and that dictionary is read from the data frame. So here I am creating the data frame. So the name of the data frame is df equal to pd dot data frame. So the data that is available in the dictionary name data, and here I am printing that data dictionary. Now let us do that program in the Python. Ideally here I am writing the code in my Python programs. Import pandas as panda. 2 fields are there, name and age. Now for creating the data frame, here I am giving df. Df is my data frame name, and store the dictionary values in the data frame. Now save and click on the run. Yes, here you can see that Tom, Nick, Krish and Jack. So these are the names. Here I am giving the age 20, 21, 19 and 18. Okay, so these are the values. So here you can see that how can we create the data frame by using list and by using the dictionary. Now let us understand that how can we deal with the rows and columns by using the data stream in Python. Suppose we are creating the data frame, and if the data frame is containing the 4 columns, and if I want to select the particular rows and the columns, means selected rows and the selected columns that generally we do with the database, then how can we do it with the help of the data frame? Let us understand with the examples. Now suppose these are the datas. This is the name of the persons and the qualifications. Jay has a MSc qualifications, Princey has a MA qualification, Gaurav has a MCA and Anuj has a PhD qualifications. Now suppose if I want to read particular rows and the columns, then how can we do it? Let us understand with the examples. Here I am importing the pandas and use pandas as a PD. Here I am creating the dictionary that is same as with the data that we have to discuss. So here I have 2 columns and I have 4 rows. Okay. So how can we declare as a columns and rows in the data dictionary? Here the name of my data dictionary is data. Here I am giving the 4 columns: name, age, address and qualification. This is my full dictionary. Means in my dictionary I have a value of name, age, address and qualifications. Now Joy has a 27 age and the address means city is Delhi and the qualification is MSc. Same way Princey, Gaurav and Anuj. So here I am creating the data dictionary with the 4 columns and 4 rows. Now how to convert the data dictionary into the frame? So that we already discussed. If we want to create the frame, then we can do it by the pd.dataframe data. So whatever is the data that is converted into the data frame and that is stored into the df variables. Now if I want to select only 2 columns, then how can we do it? Yes, we can do it with the help of the columns name that is given with the df. How can we do it? So here we will see that print df and after that we are giving the square brackets. So if I want only the name and address, if I want the name and qualifications only, so in the double quotes you are giving only the key values. That means whatever is the key values that you want, that you have to write down in the df and then square brackets. Now let us execute this program in our Python ideally so that we will better understand it. Here I am printing that code in my Python ideally. Here I am printing only name and qualifications. Now save the programs, click on run and then run modules. Here you can see that I am printing only the name and the qualifications. Suppose if I want only age, click on save and then run modules. Here you can see that here I am printing only the name and age. So by giving the columns name, we are printing only the certain fields by using the data frame. So now let us understand how to print only the certain rows from the dictionaries. So here the dictionary has 4 values: name, age, address and qualification. Now by pd.data frame, here I am transferring the data from dictionary to data frame, and here I am creating the data frame df. Now how to print the data frame? So give print df. Now save our programs and run modules. So the lines that is display, but if I want to display only the starting 2 or 3 lines, then how can we do it? So here you can see that in the output, run and module. Here I am giving 2, so only 2 rows are display. Suppose here I am giving 1, then only 1 row is display. Click on save. Now run our modules. So here you can see that only 1 row is fetched from the data frame. Same way we can also give the tail functions. So here you can see that in the I am giving the functions tail. So after executing the programs, here you can see that only the last line is display. So today we will discuss how to fetch the data in Python using Pandas, and how to take the data in data frame from the dictionary and the list. Go through with all the programs, do the practice. If you are having any query, you can tell me your queries in our SSIT YouTube channel, and also send the messages. Bye, take care.